go.
Now we're in the operated in the next room.
It's a compound thing.
Yeah, and it's held up nice.
We're back. It's more than just pointing up the center more of it, but it's also. I see you started over there. Nope.
As soon as you know the bump. Questions. If I have any questions for you,
machine level
all of these turbos are in line to. This is where the magic happens. You're probably wondering why I'm holding these weird red shoes. Well, today we're down here at BD Diesel's facility in Abbotsford, BC, and I brought Eric with me. We're gonna see what they have inside and what they're doing in there.
I didn't have the luxury of getting red shoes, so I got these old cloggers here.
Who's that? You come and drop off pumps and injectors and stuff like that to be rebuilt, just the local market, the farming market, and just dealerships and stuff like that. So they would bring it here, drop it off, we would fix it. And this is also our pickup area for local pickups, for local dealers and consumers that want to come and pick the parts up at the factory or something. There you go.
So yeah, the turbo shop right now.
Hey guys, how we doing? Good.
This is where you say MTV, this is where the magic happens. This is where the magic happens.
So yeah, this is where all of our turbos are built, stock and performance, right, Chris?
Yeah, you bet. So what will happen is the parts will all come in from the warehouse to build the turbocharger, and then they'll build the turbochargers over here, put them together. You can see the parts are all piled up in these bins here, right? So you have all the compressor housings,
Bunch of 351s.
turbo housings. Yeah, exactly. A lot of the Dodge, like you say, the VDC Dodge ones get down here. So these are turbos that are going to be put together. I can tell by the compressor covers that they're not powder coated black, so that means they're not a screamer. Those are just a stock replacement VGT turbo. So they'll build them here, and then they'll go on to the DSR balancer, which is right beside your cameraman there. And that's where we actually balance the turbochargers with. We spin them up using compressed air. So instead of running on these old school Heinz balancers where they just balance the turbo down compressor wheel, we actually balance it as a complete cartridge. So it's already assembled. We put oil to it just like the truck. We give it a big blast air like the dry pressure. Spin the turbo up and we balance it that way, and then we don't have to take it apart.
They spin it way quicker than it would normally.
Oh yeah. Compressor housing, the turbine housing, make it all fit together. So.
What do you do for reconditioning the actuators? Do you get brand new ones, or do you have a...
We get brand new ones. We do rebuild some of them, but most of them we use are just brand new ones. We get them right from wholesale. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Built.
Yeah.
You bring it in here, it goes to here, it gets disassembled, then like, what's the process like? As a
Well, in
customer?
most cases, if the guy just wants a rebuilt turbocharger, we would sell him a rebuilt turbocharger and just take his as a core. And there's no downtime for him. We just sell him one that's rebuilt already.
That's great, yeah.
Core, right? But if it's something that walk through the door would be basically the only situation that would be, or maybe he has a BD turbo already and he's had it for a couple of years. He just wanted it gone through. Then we can do like a custom repair, cost of repair on it, go through, just replace what needs to be replaced, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, you can do that, but most of the time it's an exchange process. Yeah, we like that better.
Minimal downtime.
It fits into our processes a lot better too, right? We don't have a special turbo coming through the pipeline, right?
Everything's pretty common. Walk in the back, grab one off the shelf, here you go.
You betcha. Yeah, and then we get, you're probably not going to want to see it, but this is the dirty room for the core. You can see it's a dirty room for that reason. And then we sandblast everything, paint what needs to be painted. So you can see these have already been sandblasted. Hey guys, right? These are cores that come in. We do a lot of brand new stuff too, but this is where the cores come in. Same with the fuel pumps come in here. We sandblast all those, clean them all up, about to be manufactured. So this is what. It's actually a pretty clean, dirty room, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to like? I don't
No,
want.
I want you to tell the questions. If I have any questions, I'll say something.
Okay.
You have good questions, so keep it.
We just kind of walked into the fuel injection department. So this is a big part of our history, right? So the BD diesel was originally Valley Fuel Injection, still is, and that was our fuel injection side of the business, the turbocharger side of the business, before we started getting the performance stuff, before we made the BD engine brake, right? Which is what really brought us into BD power, BD diesel. So yeah, so this is our roots here is the fuel injection shop, where we still, rebuild, BE pumps, P7100 pumps, and then we get into the more newer stuff like CP3s and stuff like that.
You have a bunch of pump jigs here for your pump stand.
Yeah, and we'll get into the pump stands over there for sure. Yeah, you can see the guys are here. He's building a P7100 right now. We have a whole fuel injector lab in there. Over on this side, we have our here we got a bunch of CP3s that were built, that kind of stuff.
What's the motor for?
The motor for is for polishing.
Oh,
So you actually put some polishing compound up there and you can polish stuff.
great idea.
So the question that I have for you with these CP3s, will there eventually be a kit to CP3 swap these CP4 trucks, like the Ford 6.7s?
We're talking about it. So R&D's got it on their list of stuff that we definitely need to look at getting into. There's good demand for it. We do have the CP3, CP4 conversions for the Duramax.
Yep.
We obviously had the CP3 conversion for the Dodges before Dodge did the recall on theirs. But yeah, we need to do something on the 6.7 Ford for sure.
I know with the 6.7 Fords, that's probably one of the biggest failure points that at least like the consumers are seeing, and every brand out there and
For
other
sure.
diesel brands that make options for them fear monger everyone and say, hey, it's not if it's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen, and they're scaring everyone into buying their kits for their aftermarket pumps. And I noticed there's probably about one other brand that makes a CP3 swap kit for these things, and I looked at your guys' site and I saw your 12 mil CP3s and I'm like,
Yeah.
why don't these guys have one? So
Yeah,
I know
we haven't done it yet.
I know
Yeah.
they're relatively
It's a lot.
new still, so
I think there's a lot to it from what I understand from R&D, but it's definitely on the list for sure.
That's my go zone right there. That's where I mess with. I got to kind of look at that.
What, the solvent tank?
Oh yeah, the greasy common stuff.
oh, I love salt.
It's got the tappet holders. It
Yeah, you betcha.
retains the tappets, and you can pull the camshaft.
Different RPM ranges, and different governor springs in them and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
Do you ever get into the 13 mil, the higher performance kind of territory, or
not really. No, we just kind of stay in that 400 or 500 horsepower range.
reliable and safe?
Yeah. So this way now into the fuel injection tear down assembly room.
This is where the magic happens.
Now we're in the fuel injection room, basically. But yeah, so this is where we actually build the injectors, put the injectors together, and then they'll go in to be calibrated in the next room. But also in this room, you can see we got a little an individual injector tester there, Bosch one, so we can actually test each individual injector. So a lot of times, like a dealership or somebody will bring us injectors, test them, and if they have one or two bad ones, then they just buy new ones from us, and we keep their core, so we can test those on there. We don't like to typically, we have two machines out here that run like sets of injectors, but we don't want to run kind of dirty injectors on those. Those are all saved for new stuff. So
From what I understand, it has a library of all the injectors in it. You put the injector in, you say what the application is for,
Yeah.
you push play, it tests it. Oh, you're out of parameters, things like
yeah,
that.
either you're good or you're not good, and if
Yeah.
you're no good, we sell you a new one and keep your core, and if you're good, well then you've probably saved a lot of money by not having to buy a full set of injectors.
Sure.
Right? So
I see a wall of nozzles over here. Is it
Yeah.
genuine Bosch nozzles is all
yeah,
you use
genuine
here?
Bosch nozzles, you betcha. So we got all the different nozzles there for all the different injectors. Yeah,
Do you do
yeah,
the-
we use all just genuine Bosch. We're a Bosch, obviously, facility, so we have all the equipment. I was going to say, and then over here we got the mechanical injectors, so we can pop test individual mechanical injectors as well. And
Yeah, I got the same thing.
he's got one at home, so
Yeah.
there you go.
Built 12 ounce
An
24.
enthusiast if I ever saw one, right?
Yeah.
So,
So after they're done in this, do you have another process, or this is the final process with mechanical?
just for testing the mechanical injectors, that's pretty much it. We have a big process on the common rail ones.
Yeah,
that we
a lot
do in
more
the next
into
one. Yeah.
for that. Yeah.
So a lot of computer stuff there. So
Is the where the money's at, though.
Those we test the injectors on this 815 and this 815. But before they come out here, they go into the clean room, they get calibrated with an air tool, a Bosch air tool, and then they come out here and get ran up on the machines and either pass or fail. I think these are running right now. There's a lot of like green bars and all that kind of stuff if they're passing, and then
Test them, get them good and hot, make sure they're not going to have an issue when the guy puts them in.
And they're pretty finicky. Like a lot of times we have to pull them back off and go back in the room, shim them a bit, change the shims a little bit, and then put them back on. So they're very precise.
The cleanliness is really important.
Yeah, they're within like plus or minus 2% is what we do. You have a mat to take the dirt off your feet and all that kind of stuff, and then in here is where they can. So we got all the Bosch test equipment, even the Bosch torque wrenches and all that good stuff.
So say I have an injector in the rig there and it fails. What's the process? Does it come in here, he disassembles it? Does it have a computer program that tells him how much, or is it a lot of it intuitive after building them?
No, we have a computer program that it gets us close, you know, with the shims and everything, gets it calibrated, and then it goes on here to see if it's bang on or not. But yeah, we wouldn't tear them down in here, that all gets done in there.
Oh, okay.
Nothing dirty comes in here, just ready to be put together and and then calibrated, right? So it's a pressurized, so nothing goes in it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's pressurized, so it's the cleaner.
You know I hate talking. I don't have to talk at all. He asks all the questions, and all I gotta do is stand behind him.
This is my element here. I love the pump benches.
This is good. No, keep going. Keep
How
going.
about you just take over?
Obviously, you know what's going on here more than I do.
Latest 815 that we purchased, and it's just running our CP3 pumps. So we test all the CP3 pumps on here to make sure they're working properly and all that good stuff. So we can do up to like we do usually about 40 injectors a day and 5 CP3 pumps or something like that. We build, test, and package. One thing we didn't go over was the packaging out there. Like we laser everything too. We have a laser machine that lasers the work order number, the part number on it, and everything like that, and our logo. So, well, if somebody like 5 years down the road needs to replace an injector and he doesn't, he's bought the truck from somebody else, he doesn't even know what injector's in there.
Oh, nice.
It could be a 60 horse, it could be stock. So this will actually tell him what injector he has to replace with the right one.
Okay.
Right?
You keep an extensive inventory on it all as well too.
Oh yeah, yeah. We got them all.
And then all these lines behind you here is for just different injection pumps.
Yeah, that stuff doesn't get used very much anymore. This is old,
Eddies, cap pumps,
yeah,
V pumps.
yeah, 6.5 stuff, and 6.2, 7.3.
So basically, Valley Fuel started as a fuel shop, right, at another location. And there is still to this day a shop called Valley Fuel Injection that used to be part of BD.
Oh, that's the service center, not
the
fuel
service center.
injection shop.
okay.
Yeah, the service center.
Gotcha. Okay, that's what you're saying. Yeah, not fuel injection repair or anything like that. They're our drive-in facility. That's where the drive-in dyno and everything is. We used to own them. It was sold to a couple of the guys that worked up there.
Yep.
So it's a separate entity now.
Okay. You're sure you're repairing mechanical pumps such as the P pump and then CP3. Do you have an option for guys, say, restoring older pumps? It's kind of not a most common thing to do. Is it just not financially viable to have pumps like that, the tooling and things like that to do it?
Well, you mean like, do we have the pumps and stuff for that?
Like, do you have the tooling to have guys say they bring in a older pump, older people, whatever, just uncommon pumps, bring them in here and have you guys like rebuild and run through them?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Sorry, no, we have all that.
Yeah, it's
stuff.
not just P pumps.
Yeah, no, we can do that. We can do stuff like that. Like we get stuff in here like for forklifts.
Fine chariot, but where are the horses?
And stuff that aren't even on a motor, right? Like marine, we have all that.
Yeah, so you're
for doing all that stuff.
More than just on the road trucking things.
Yeah. John Deere, tooling, we have all that stuff. Yeah,
sure.
you bet.
So now it's like the basic testing equipment for that, not so much the tooling end of it, but the basic test equipment for that, is it all just like pretty general across the board?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
So it's not like you need to buy something
like
stupid expensive to do a certain weird kind of pump. It's basically this does all of them.
Yeah,
change the tooling.
Change the tooling, the lines, the adapters, right? And we can test them on there.
Some of these lines are like 250 or more even, because they have to have like 30,000 PSI.
But even some of that older stuff, like some of the VE pumps and stuff, we stock them. So you can do exchange on them, but like oddball stuff like you're talking about, that stuff we just build the customer's core. They'll bring it into us, or they'll ship it into us, and we'll rebuild it.
Okay.
The only thing, sometimes it takes a little bit of time to do because you gotta get the parts, right?
Yeah, so it's
You gotta source all the parts from all over the place.
You just tell them P-pump swap it.
Yeah.
Fix it that way.
This is where the magic happens. Yells at him.
Yeah.
I gotta move them.
Man, that was calibrated. No, I'm just kidding.
Magical.
Well, carry on to these doors. Hopefully it's not too loud.
More magic. There's this much building.
Well, that's half. We're putting in bearings or welding in.
Be sure to like and subscribe to see when the next video comes out. I'll see you next time.